What's going on, YouTube? My name is Vizia, and I'm going to bring today on the table, right in front of you, bam, an Aegislash ranked guide. I'm going to play probably 2 matches so that we can get a little bit more familiarized with the way that Aegislash should be played. I'm primarily playing in the jungle. Just for a little bit of background information, I've been playing Aegislash solo queue since the beginning of Season 1, probably. Took a very, very long break and just got back into the game and have been having a blast. Had to buy the new skin. I mean, look at how beautiful it is. But in terms of the guide, you know, I think it would be really, really beneficial for a lot of you Aegislash mains out there to get a good feel of what's going on. To give you a little bit of credibility, I am just about to hit Master Ranked after only playing for maybe a total of 4 hours or so. I started, I believe, in Expert and went on a crazy win streak by only playing Aegislash in the jungle. So I want to go ahead and give you a good guide video of what you should be looking to do and some of the flaws I think that people have when they're playing Aegislash, because he can be a little bit difficult. So let's hop into a game. Okay guys, welcome to game 1 of our Aegislash ranked guide. I am running for you weakness policy, focus band, and scope lens. Scope lens being super important for all the critical damage that Aegislash can get off. We go shadow sneak first. I always go shadow sneak first. You really want to get the jungle cleared as fast as you possibly can so that you can affect the map as fast as you possibly can. If there's any big advice that I could truly give you that helped me climb, especially playing in the jungle, and as playing, you know, as Aegislash that isn't necessarily strong early game, is to always try to benefit yourself and benefit your team by looking for good ganks either in the top lane or the bot lane. Your minimap is your best friend. Your minimap in any MOBA game is your best friend. And like right now, I have my eyes on the bot lane because it looks like they are really hard pushed in. And I want to try to get this buff. Okay, we got our Sacred Sword. Now, they're not as pushed in as top lane, and top lane looks very gankable. So we're going to rotate to the top lane now, even though I just said bot lane. And we're going to take this little pad to try to get behind them. We'll go on this Vulpix here. And this should be... Oh, it's 9 tails now. This should be an easy kill for us. I mean, we're going to switch focus, but obviously the premise is the same, right? We just succeeded in a gank. We're going to help our team out. I didn't necessarily secure a kill, but that's totally fine. That's not exactly what we're aiming for, even as the jungler, okay? What you're aiming for is to have more farm than your enemy jungler by taking all of the farm that you possibly can, sometimes sneaking into their farm if necessary, if their jungler is dead. And like I said, your minimap is always going to be your best friend with that. Try to secure as much farm as you possibly can. There are definitely some things in terms of Aegislash. I mean, he is a harder character to play. We're going to go help our top lane again here. Use the bushes to your advantage, especially when making ganks like this. Should be able to secure a kill here, which we do, and we're going to score 30 points. Aegislash is a harder character to play. Harder Pokemon to play, I guess I should say. He's not necessarily the simplest, especially in terms of the rest of the Pokemon that may be in this game. And I think it's just because people don't necessarily utilize him as well as they should, right? We're just going to go ahead and kind of run away from this. I mean, I saw the rest of their team was bot lane, but we also want to get to the bot lane so that we can get this gank off. We'll wide guard this to get a stun, and then look at these. Oh, I'm going to eject out of there. There's a full team there. But using your empowered auto attacks is really important there, right? And the reason I say that is because I see so many people automatically assume that when they're playing Aegislash, they have to use their auto attacks or their empowered auto attacks in sword form. And that's just not the case, especially in big team fights like that. I mean, obviously I was under my score zone, right? So I was able to kind of sustain, I was able to kind of heal. But say that I wasn't, and it was 3v1, being able to sustain yourself, not necessarily getting kills, but being able to sustain yourself in order to have your team rotate to you to help you is very, very important, and it's a very underutilized move that Aegislash has that I just don't see people use. This is going to be another good gank here that we're going to get off. We're going to wide guard. I don't have eject button, but we're going to Sacred Sword back in to the fight here. Try to unite move. And then look, I'm going to wide guard. I was going to continue with empowered auto attacks there, but I guess I didn't have to attempt to heal myself back up. But I did my job in scaring them off, right? I am shocked that they didn't continue on me there. But we're going to go ahead and back and then re-farm. We're going to always be in farm mode. It looks like our team is successfully getting the objective, which is really good. Something we should have been there for. But we kind of held their team off and forced them to back so that our team could get that objective, right? Or at least that's the way that I'm looking at it, which, you know, was overall very good for our team. Now we're going to attempt to rotate again here. So it looks like a pretty big team fight's happening. Get a lot of sustained damage in. We're going to wide guard immediately. Try to stick on him with wide guard and Sacred Sword back in. Now we have 4 empowered auto attacks, which I don't think she realizes, and we're going to go straight in for it. Yeah, absolutely. That was a beautifully, beautifully executed triple kill. And you have to see where I'm getting or where I'm coming from with how important wide guard is and how important it is to sustain yourself when in shield form. Going back to farming, just like I said, the idea, especially as a jungler, is to continuously farm and continuously try to stay ahead of the enemy jungler. That's exactly what I'm doing. It's just a rinse and repeat process. If there's anything I can nail in your head by the end of this video, it's to constantly help yourself by staying ahead. So we're going to go to this Rotom. Looks like our whole team's rotating to it, so this is really good for us. Now, I'm the ideal damage burster here in this. I attempted for a wide guard there, but I didn't get it off. But that's okay. I'm going to eject out. Watch. We'll wide guard back in. And I'm going to use her to sustain myself again enough so that I can get my Sacred Sword off and go back in. You see what I mean? How overpowered that can be? In that sense where... We're going to Sacred Sword in. In the sense where I sustain myself long enough to be able to go back in with Sacred Sword. Again, it happened again. I'm a little scared to dive because I don't think I have the strength to do it. But I definitely need to score these 50 points because I think all of their team is rotating to the bot lane, right? That's huge. I do get it off. And I think we just walk away here. And then we go back to farming. I really want to rotate on the objective. Objectives are huge. It looks like the enemy team is going to get it. Which is unfortunate, but we'll rotate to try to help our team. Which I should be able to secure these guys easily. We'll go into shield form. And it looks like he's just going to... Oh, maybe not. He missed, which was good for us, and I think we just back off. Which is fine. I'm going to back. But the biggest thing for us to do here now is, now that objectives are kind of laying low, we're going to go back to farming, right? It's a constant cycle of looking to farm and seeing if anything is happening on the map. And if something's happening on the map, like right now, I could rotate bot lane, but there's someone there to defend it, so that's good. It's just a constant rinse and repeat cycle of looking at what's happening on the map. So I'm going to rotate top, because obviously this is what I need to be doing, right? Wide guard him backwards. That CC is a little annoying. But Aegislash is really good for tank shredding, and this is exactly why I wanted to choose this 1v1. We're going to back off, then Sacred Sword back in. And look at the shred that I am able to get off. We'll wide guard him. Oh, do I eject button for it? Sure, why not? I don't see why not. It's good to... the reason I did that, right, is because I wanted to be able to secure that kill before we have Rayquaza in the middle. And, oh, I guess it's Zapdos. But one of the last things that I want to give to you as a piece of advice, and we're going to attempt to do it here, I may not need to do it in this situation, but I'm going to do it anyways, is your Unite move is a perfect objective execute. And what I mean by that is if you time your execute or your Unite move at the perfect time, just like that, I mean, I didn't secure the kill because I didn't time it perfectly, but it still helps secure the kill, right? Oh my goodness. I was not expecting that damage, but we still secure the kill, so that's good. Your Unite move is absolutely fantastic for executing an objective. It's a great kill secure for if you're kind of waiting in a bush, if you're trying to be sneaky about it. Rayquaza, obviously, or Zapdos at the end of the game is super, super crucial for your team, even if you're behind. It's the best thing about Pokemon Unite is that you're never actually out of the game, and Aegislash has a tool that you should absolutely utilize, the Unite move, as an execute for objectives like that. Now we're going to head back top lane to help our teammate here. Wide guard that, and Sacred Sword. Get all of these auto attacks off and just follow with him. We'll get our Sacred Sword off, and he just kind of ran in a straight line, so that was really good for us. We're going to back again and then head to the bot lane. Our job is to just kind of defend our lanes now at this point. We've basically scored a lot of points, kind of to secure the kill, right? Or secure the win, I should say. We're going to go in on this. I mean, Charizard gets the ult off, but yeah, this is looking like a really, really hard win, which was awesome for us, and I think it's because we played the jungle correctly, right? We tried to play around objectives. We're going to wide guard here, and I'm just going to tap A. And look how easy it is for me to sustain in a team fight, and maybe let some other, some other Pokemon on our team do the damage. But that was a good first game. It was a really good first game, and I think I got to showcase a little bit of what Aegislash is about. So, I'll see you in game 2. It looks like we scored 220 points, got 11 kills, and let's look at the battle data here. I mean, 59,000 damage isn't fantastic, but it definitely was really, really good. It took 34,000 damage as well, so I wasn't super, super involved in the team fights, but I definitely got the most kills in the game, so, it all worked out. I scored the most points as well, and, ultimately, it just kind of goes to show you how powerful Aegislash can be. But let's head into game 2, and hopefully I'll be able to showcase the Unite move a little bit better in a tighter match. Okay, guys, welcome to game 2 of our Aegislash ranked solo queue guide. It's going to be the same thing, right? We're going to focus on the same things. We're going to try to execute as much as we can. One of the big things I think, or I guess another thing I would really like you to take away from this video, is to kind of think of jungle almost as a support role. And as weird as that sounds, trust me, I understand that it sounds weird because it's definitely not a support role. The reason I say that is because as the jungler, it's your job. It's one of your most important jobs to, 1, not only get the objectives, but to 2, support your team as much as you can, because they rely on you and your ganks to be able to help them secure kills. And the more that you're able to help them secure kills and secure objectives, the better the game is going to go for everyone. And that's just Aegislash aside. If you're just looking to play jungle in Pokemon Unite or any MOBA game, you have to look to help your laners and to not be greedy. We're going to Sacred Sword in here. This is going to be a really good gank for us. We're going to continue with this fight because this is good for us. Trust me. Sacred Sword back in. Perfect. We just secured our Pikachu a double kill, and we're going to score a lot of points here in the top lane. That's a perfect start for us. Absolutely massive start. Now we're going to go back into the jungle. We secured top lane a couple of kills, right? And we're going to go farm some more. We want to get to Aegislash for him as fast as we possibly can. I am looking into the bot lane, though, because this also looks very gankable. There's a lot here, though. But we should be able to secure a kill here. We'll Iron Defense up. Do our best to defend this as much as we can, but Honedge just does so much damage. We got our wide guard in time to be able to put him backwards, and then we'll Sacred Sword back in. That was so beautifully done by my team and by me. Wide guard is a really, really good ability to use. Just like Snorlax's move, the big defensive move that Snorlax has, you're able to use wide guard to, 1, not only get an empowered auto attack, but 2, push them backwards and CC them back into your team. to help your team gap close and to get a lot of damage off, right? So it also makes you unstoppable, and just in case you don't know what that means, it means that you can't be moved. So like a Charizard alt, or any alt that's gonna move you in any direction, cannot move you. So we're gonna look for a gank here. This is gonna be really big for us again. I'm gonna try to wide guard. I'll show you what I mean by wide guarding the Snorlax backwards, right? And then we'll Sacred Sword into him. It's just a complete tank shred, which is absolutely so good. But the wide guard backwards, even though I didn't need to do it there, I wanted to showcase it again, just so that everybody could kind of see what I meant. We're gonna go see what this is all about over here. I don't know what's going on. Take the movement speed berry. But we want to get to the bot lane for Dreadnought anyways. But we'll secure this so that Eldegoss can't secure. Oh, I lied. It's okay, that's not the biggest deal. We're just going to Sacred Sword back into him. We knew that he was in that bush because we saw him position in the bush. Wide guard to buy some time, and then Sacred Sword back into him. Should be able to secure us the kill here. Now let's go on to Dreadnought. I have 40 points, so I need to keep that in mind. Another thing that I want to kind of get across that I think is really important to keep in mind if you're specifically playing Aegislash. I'm going to Unite move here. Okay. That was really good for us. The only reason I panic Unite move there was because of I was a little worried that we weren't going to secure that. We'll Sacred Sword him. I'm going to wide guard this and eject button out, because I was a little nervous I was going to get bursted there, but this secures us the ability to be able to score all these points. So things are looking really good. I'm going to kind of shred these down a bit. Remember, farm is really important. Snorlax is top lane, but Ivysaur should be able to take care of that Snorlax. Snorlax doesn't do a lot of damage, and I feel really bad for all you Snorlax mains out there, but I don't know. Snorlax is not in a good spot in the meta right now. And I don't know why it's been that way for some time, from what I understand. He's still sticking around, so we're going to go ahead and go shred him. Watch how fast I'll be able to do this here. Oh, I got the knockup, but I didn't get the auto attack through, but that's okay. We have Rotom spawning here pretty soon. I'm going to go ahead and farm a little bit, and then we'll rotate up to Rotom. Yeah, the shred is becoming a problem. That is for sure. Let's go top. I think top should be able to be secured, so I'm actually going to head bottom and defend. I think that's my job. That's essentially what I need to be doing here. They backed off, which is really strange. They could possibly also be heading top. They are. They kind of tricked me a little bit there, but I think hopefully I should be able to get there in time to secure some kills here. Kind of help my team out. Yeah, that was rough. I shouldn't have just walked in alone just like that, but we did get the Rotom, which is really, really good for us. Definitely don't do what I just did, though. I was kind of being a little bit greedy. I thought I would be able to get a wide guard off into a Unite move. But it just didn't work out the way that it planned. You know, I had planned in my head. So let's go defend bot lane here. Looks like the Charizard needs a little bit of help, and we should probably go try to attempt to secure Dreadnought. Like I said, it's really important to constantly be looking for objectives here. We're going to Sacred Sword in. We're going to Unite move to get the shield off. And, oh no, I didn't get a wide guard off. I got blown up. I'm assuming by... You know, I don't really know what I got blown up by, but it looks like we're going to secure the Dreadnought anyways, which is really good. So I think for now we're going to go back to farming. And this is just like I wanted, right? I anticipated and hoped that this would be a tighter game, and it is. So, you know, though we made a couple of mistakes, this game is 100% still winnable, and I want to be able to show you the power of Aegislash in that close games with Aegislash can definitely be won. I'm gonna try to shove this Snorlax here because he's alone for some reason. He eject buttoned out of panic. So we're gonna Sacred Sword back in. I'm surprised his team isn't rotating. But it's okay, we scared him off. And we're gonna try to farm. We want to get our Unite move here pretty soon. Because the objective is spawning. And it's going to be very important for us to have our Unite move up, which we do now. For objective if we plan on winning this game. Zapdos is alive, so let's go ahead and try to help our team here. Securing this kill would be huge. Wide guard both of them. Into a Unite move. Into Sacred Sword. I'm stunned, but it's okay. This is really, really strong here. We're going to Sacred Sword back in. This is really good for us. Eject button. Oh, I wasn't able to... my wide guard was on cooldown, but I distracted them long enough. The entire team. Long enough so that we could secure the objective in the middle. They were definitely having a tough time fighting me in particular. Because I was shredding their entire team. And though I didn't necessarily get the kills... You know, we're definitely going to be able to secure a win. Or at least I hope we're going to be able to secure a win because of what I did in the bot lane. And that's really important. You know, every game, especially as you get to Masters rank, it's going to be really important for you to kind of get out of the mindset of I am the team, because you're not. You know, it is difficult. Like you're so used to in veteran rank to have to be the team, and that's just not the case anymore. It's just not. Your team is going to be with you, and they're 9 times out of 10 going to be a decent team. This is crazy how much she's sustaining right now. And it's important for you to realize, like, keep your ideas, and you know, don't get discouraged if... Sorry, I'm also trying to focus. Don't get discouraged if you're the one dying, because I did die in the bot lane, but I also secured my team the ability to get Rayquaza or get Zapdos. Because of what I did in the bot lane, and that was huge for my team. And I do think we're going to win because of that. See if we can chase down this Slowbro for funsies. I guess we're not going to be able to. But unfortunately, I didn't get to showcase my Unite move in the way that I wanted to, but I hope that you were able to get some ideas on how I play Aegislash. It's a very aggressive way of playing Aegislash. It's a very farm-oriented way of playing Aegislash. We were very behind in the beginning of the game, and we were able to secure the win. So, I mean, it was huge for us. It was huge for our team. And, you know, don't always think that you have to be the #1 on the team. Don't always think that you have to be the highest kill count on the team. MOBAs, in my opinion, it's definitely a team-oriented game. And being able to draw your opponent into you, because 9 times out of 10... the other team is pretty greedy. A lot of people are greedy when they're playing games like this. If you're able to draw 3, if not 4, or maybe even their entire team to you because they're struggling to kill you, but a big objective like Zapdos is up, my entire team rotated to Zapdos, but I was alone, and their entire team rotated to me. And that was just a mistake on their side, but... being able to do that secured us the win, and I know that I've said that a couple of times now, but it was really big for us to secure a win like that. Masters rank, things are going to happen like that. You know, maybe an expert and in a veteran, it's going to be easier for you to get 20, 30 kills and get massive amounts of damage, but coming back up into Masters rank, it's going to be really team-oriented, and you have to stay coordinated and stuff, but... if you have any questions about Aegislash, please put them in the comments below. I'd love to do more videos like this, and I really hope that you got something out of it. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to throw them in the comments section. And yeah, thanks for tuning in.